Okay. How's about a quick tour of the Arcane University? Alright? Alright. Okay. Now, once you're a member, you can go in either one of those gates here. Before you're a member, this is the only place you can get in. This room right here, basically.
Hello.
And actually, in order to advance in the Mages Guild, this is this dude right here. I've never seen him anywhere other than in here, but he's the guy you want to talk to get the quests to advance in the Mages Guild. This room right here, I don't think you can get to unless you have a specific plug-in. But anyway, either of the doors to the left or to the right of it will take you into the Arcane University itself. And as you can see now, we're on the other side of the gate. So come through here, and as you can see all along the outer wall. Oh, howdy. Along the outer wall, there are these doors that'll lead you to different places. Sometimes there will be people sitting here and somebody I guess giving a class there.
Oh, yes,
Not real important. What is pretty cool is that out here,
the one I mentioned the other day,
as you can see, and there's always these people talking, wandering around out here talking to each other. But anyway, out here is actually a pretty cool... Ooh, I need some of these. There's this pretty cool alchemical garden. Most of the stuff is to the far right. As you can see over here, they have some pretty nice ingredients, some of which are ingredients that are actually kind of... You may have difficulty finding them in other places because they're kind of rare. But, anyway, oh, I can use some of that too. Ah, crap. Anyway, so yeah, remember, there's a pretty cool alchemical garden here if you need ingredients for potions. Okay, and all along the outer wall, as I was just saying, are the doors to the various rooms in the university. This first one all the way on the left, if you go in, there are a couple of people here, and this has to do with different spells and whatnot, and you can talk to these guys here to buy different spells.
Magister. Is now a good time to talk.
And at some point, you'll actually even be able to make your own spells, which is pretty cool. Okay, the next door here is the Mystic Archives, which is basically, if you go in here, is a giant library. And also, you'll find this lady here who you actually need to talk to for a part of the main story quest line. If you're not a member, or if you can't get into the Arcane University by the time you get to that part, she will actually be waiting for you in the outer room. But otherwise, you'll be able to find her here. And upstairs, there's also a lady who will give you training in mysticism, as I recall. Here are the mages' quarters, which are pretty much self-explanatory. There's an upstairs and a downstairs, and they're all beds, so if you need somewhere to sleep and you're a member of the university, you can go sleep in there. So you don't need to pay for a room at the inn or anything. You're not supposed to go in there because it'd be, if you see the red door, obviously it would be a crime to go in there. It means you'd be trespassing, so I don't know why you would want to go in there anyway, or need to. I've never had to, so, you know, doesn't really matter. Practice rooms. Nothing much to do in here, except, I mean, obviously, you'll find other people in here practicing. What's pretty cool if you are an Atronach like my character, you can actually just sidle in here and get between the person who's practicing and the board that they're aiming at, and as you can see, my magicka bar is refilling, so that's an easy way. If you're an astronaut, that's an easy way to refill your magicka bar. Further along, the Chironasium, which is actually the place that I've found the most helpful, and here, at any time, whether it's day or night, which is pretty cool, there will always be somebody in here, either this guy or there's another lady who's sometimes in here. I guess they've got a day shift guy and a night shift guy. There will be one of them here at all times, and they will...
What can I do for you, Sir Knight?
Well, never mind. But there will always be somebody here who will recharge your magical equipment. There are also these altars here, and if I click on one of these I've used a lot so far. Basically, it's you can add an enchantment to an item. It's like, as you can see, you just need an item and a soul gem with a soul in it, and then you choose what effects you want it to have, you give it a name, and you create it. And it's pretty nifty. I have noticed that with weapons, it's pretty cool because you can actually add more than one effect. However, you've got to keep in mind that the, I guess, depending on what level the soul gem has in it, like what kind of soul, you know, larger or better souls, I guess, have more power. So the better the soul gem, the more power you'll be able to put into the item. However, the number of effects you choose and the power of set effects will affect how many charges the weapon has, which is how many times you can use it before it runs out of energy. So you really need to keep that in mind when you're enchanting something. It's also worth noting that, you know, you'll see all this stuff sitting around, and actually most of this stuff, you know, since you can only get in here if you're a member of the Mages Guild and you've done the proper quests, most of the stuff is, you know, it's there for the taking. You can pick it up, and it is not a crime to take any of it, which is nice. And then the last place here is the Illustratorium, and this is basically like an alchemy shop. And this lady, the alchemist here...
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
Well, I can't do that right now, but basically...
If you come across any unusual ingredients in your travels, be sure to remember me and bring them here.
Yeah, as she said, she's basically the alchemist here, so... Anyway, that's about it, at least at the beginning level for the university, but yeah, I'd say if you're interested in magic, and even if you're only interested in, you know, alchemy or whatever, it's pretty worth it to go through the quests that you need to do in order to gain entry to the university. At least for me, I think it was totally worth it. It takes a while, but yeah. Anyway, I guess that's a quick tour of the university, at least what you can get to at the beginning level. Hope you find it useful, or at the least entertaining. I'll talk to you later. See you later.
I know you're busy, but I need a moment of your time.